She got her own house. She got her own house. She got her own house. Hey family, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do a slight tutorial / overview or walkthrough of the FFIEC Geomap or geocode system. So bear with me guys, this is my first ever voiceover, but you know the drill, let's talk about it. So to get to this website, if you've never been to it, it's like a super long link. I'll try to flash the abbreviated version on the screen, but you can just Google FFIEC Geomap and it'll pop right up. Me personally, I have not been able to successfully navigate this website on either iPhone or Android. I've only been able to get this website to work on a laptop. But if anybody that is watching this right now has any tips on how to make this website work on a mobile browser, please share with us in the comments so that I won't have to pull out my laptop every single time I need to look up a property. But whenever you are in the housing search, this website is going to become your best friend. So this is not just, I need to say this website is not just used for NACA, okay? Any type of home buying programs where you have to live in a certain area or an area below a certain percentage with the MSA. The Dallas Housing Project, and one that I can think of off the top of my head, they all use this Geomap. So it's very important, especially if you're a non-priority member, to know where to go and how to navigate this website. So when you're getting ready to search for a property, the first thing to make a note of is the year that you're going to search in. At least for the next 30 to 45 days, you're going to need to still search in 2020. The FFIEC should be updating their data towards the middle or end of July. But until then, you need to use the previous year's data to get accurate results. I would say if you're cutting it kind of close, getting ready to get under contract sometime next month, definitely go ahead and check to see if the 2021 data is available, because you would hate to find a house and then have to cancel the contract because it's no longer in a qualified area. So just remember to make sure, at least for the next 30 to 45 days, that it's on 2020. If you're watching this video in the future, say 2022, like early 2022, make sure you're using 2021's data. I'm sure that you've already noticed by now, but the drop down for the year is in the top left-hand corner. I've circled that in yellow, and it's going to be right next to the address bar where you're going to type in the number, the street, the city, the state, as well as the zip code, and then proceed to search for the property. So for the sake of this example, we're going to use the Dallas NACA office's address. And we're going to make sure that it's on year 2020, copy and paste, or either type the address into the address bar, hit search. And what you see on your screen is what will appear. So the only two boxes that you need to concern yourself with is box number 3 and box number 6. Now, box number 3, you can get that from the HUD website. Like I said, I have not been able to get this to work on my phone, but if you're in a pinch somewhere and you need to know what the MSA is for that particular area, you can just Google HUD income limits for the city of Dallas or the county of Dallas for 2020 or whatever, and it'll give you this exact same number. FYI, if you ever need to get that without having access to your laptop, or if you don't know how to work it on your phone. But yes, so as you can see, based on box number 3, that's going to determine whether or not you are considered a priority or a non-priority member. If your income is less than the number in box number 3, then you are considered a priority. If you are not in a high cost area, that is. If your income is above that, then you would be considered non-priority. If you are considered a non-priority, then that's when you need to look down to box number 6. If you are a priority member, nothing else matters, okay? But if you are a non-priority member, that's when you will need to pay attention to box number 6. Box number 6 cannot be greater than 100% in a non-high cost area, okay? So keep that in mind. You can't go above 100%. If you are between 80 and 100%, you will get the higher interest rate. If you are between 0 and 80, you will get the lower interest rate. And if it's 80.00001, it does not qualify for the lower interest rate. The 2020 median family income limit for Dallas is $86,200. Say that your household makes $85,000, and this is gross income. All of this is based on your gross income. I don't think I mentioned that before. But say that your household brings in $85,000. So in Dallas, you are considered a priority member. But say that you are working remote now because of the pandemic, and so you have decided to relocate from Dallas down to Houston. So you search the NACA office in Houston because you love NACA so much and you want to live next to the Houston NACA office this time. But after you search the address, you're shocked to determine that the MSA for Houston is only $80,000. So you are now considered a non-priority member whenever you were just considered a priority member in Dallas. So this is a prime example of how a person could be considered a priority member in one area and a non-priority member in another area. So that's why it's always important to search every single address that you're interested in ahead of time so that you won't run into any surprises such as this. I will say, however, that you should generally be okay if you're moving inside of the city. It should be the same MSA unless you're living in a densely populated area like NYC or someplace like that. But definitely if you're moving from county to county, go ahead and do a quick search of the MSA. So if you're buying new construction, there's a chance that you can run into this error here because the community is so brand new that it's not yet showing up on the FFIEC site. So you're going to see over here in the yellow, you'll get address not found. But if you get that, don't worry, because in this particular case, now this is just an address that I just pulled randomly from the D.R. Horton website of a brand new community. I got pretty lucky here because it dropped me in the vicinity of the community. I have plugged in addresses sometimes where it hasn't even really gotten close. But if you are able to get lucky and get in the vicinity like I did here with this one, you can just go down here on the left-hand side where I highlighted in yellow, user select track. Just check that box and then you'll be able to manually determine the information for that MSA in that tract. So once you've selected the box, you'll be able to click in the vicinity and a little blue dot will appear and you'll be able to open up the census demographic data. As you can see here, I wouldn't even qualify to live in this particular community because it's over 100% in box 6. So I would have to look at another community. But I will caution you guys to don't just trust this vicinity type stuff. Go ahead and take the address. If the address is available to be Googled, like I know if you have a brand spanking new house, then you're not going to even be able to find it on Google. But if you can get the address of the sales office, I don't want to call it the leasing office, but the sales office there on site in the community, try to plug that into Google and then see what is around there. Like as close as you possibly can. There should be a gas station, maybe a school. There should be something very, very close to that community. And then you can plug that address into the FFIEC website to get a more accurate, view of whether or not this is going to be a priority or non-priority area, because I have witnessed this with my own eyes. There was a community that I was interested in that did not have any lots available. There was a brand new community that was pre-selling directly across the street. Guys, I'm not exaggerating. It was directly across the street. One side of the street was less than 100% in box 6, but that brand new community that was just pre-selling was on the other side of the street and it was above 100% in box 6. So I could not even entertain it. So always try to get as close as you can to the actual address so that you are not running into any surprises. This video is getting a little long, so I'll go ahead and end it right here. I hope this overview of the FFIEC Geomap was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for bearing with me with my first ever voiceover video. And if I forgot anything or forgot to mention something or cover something, I apologize, but you guys already know what to do. Jump down in the comments and let's talk about it. While you're at it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. It takes a village. Cheers.